Welcome back, guys. It's time for the floor plan. Let's knock this out. First step, send floor plan to layout. Okay, we got the model file, we got the layout file. We're going to move our layout file to the next sheet by hitting this little arrow up here. Boom, next sheet. This is a new piece of paper. Back up here, we're going to go File, Send to Layout. Entire plan, yes. 1/4 inch per foot. Yes, that's the scale we want the drawing at. Hit OK, and boom, there it is. Now it is in the piece of paper. Let's go ahead and move this box in a little bit. We'll get rid of the rectangle. We don't need the rectangle. Now, look at this. You got a sheet of paper with this floor plan on it. That's pretty cool. What we're going to do, we're going to develop this floor plan now within this floor plan dimension view, and that's going to give us the product of the floor plan that the framers can build off of. How do we do that? Well, let's just get right into it. First thing is remove this standard area label. We just want the room names. And we're going to get rid of this living area label down here. We don't need that thing. All right, let's consult the list. Adjust the page notes if necessary. Go up here, look at the top right. It's going to say, hey, all doors and doorways are centered unless otherwise noted. All closets are receiving same finish. All window headers are to be height, yada, 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 yada. Okay, well, we happen to know all headers are going to be 80 inches. That's the way we have this particular thing set up. Hit OK. Obviously, put the headers at whatever height you want. But what this note does is it says, hey, now we don't have to go label a bunch of header heights. It just saves us time, guys, because they're all the same. That's good to go there. Those are the notes. You can adjust that. If all of your windows are the same size, which actually mine are, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, I'm going to leave it alone because I'm going to leave the label on the window. That is good. Next item, bathtub shower label. Okay, now we're going to get into this floor plan view here and we're going to start doing stuff. We're going to start labeling. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to move over here to where these things are and we're going to start copy pasting. Over here is shower label. Tub shower with tile surround. All right, this means combo shower. I copied it. I'm going to paste it, rotate it, move it into the tub. Tub shower with tile surround, done. Tub is labeled. Door and window labels. Look at this. Hey, look, they're already on here. 3030 left sliding. 5068. 3050 single hung. There we go. That's why they're already on there. Now, they're kind of messy, a little bit hard to read. Click on the window. You can move the text with a little tiny box. Make it easier to read. If you want to be particular, I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, last one, done. All right, makes that a little bit easier to read. Boom diada, let's keep going. Ceiling height, floor finish labels. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is we gotta make sure all these rooms are labeled, guys. This is gonna be bedroom 2, looks like. We'll just go in here and say, hey, bedroom 2, showroom label. Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and move this text off to the corner. You'll kind of find out why later. We don't wanna leave that in the center. You'll see why with the electrical plan. This is gonna be bedroom, and it's gonna be master bedroom. Hit okay. And then I will keep going here. Now, this is all one glob. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna copy this text and paste it instead of changing the room. And I'm just gonna manually change the names this way. I'm just copy pasting. Okay, this is living, paste it here. This is kitchen, great, hit okay. And this is bath. That's pretty much just what we need to name. Hit okay. All right, now we make pretty plans. Make sure you move the text around so it's legible. Okay, here we go. Everything's labeled. Next thing was the ceiling height, floor finish labels. Over here on the side, we've got this text, 10-foot ceiling and concrete. We're just gonna copy this. We're gonna paste it over here. And we need everything to be 9-foot ceilings. So we're gonna change this to 9. And the porch is going to be concrete for sure. So let's move this label. Then we're just going to take this, drop it below it. We're going to copy it. Excuse me. We're going to paste it right there. 9-foot ceiling, and instead of concrete, well, let's say the whole house is going to be tile. Who knows what they're going to do, but tile is great. Copy. And then we're going to paste that in the big areas. That way people know, hey, this is what we're doing here. Super quick and easy. I'm going to grab both of these two objects, move them a little farther away from the island. Okay, it can be assumed that the whole building is 9 feet if we just kind of label these things. And I'll do the same thing. There is no ceiling above the deck. We're just going to leave that alone. All right, foundation steps. This is where you would like basically notate, hey, we're going to step down or step up or whatever. So I'm going to copy this dude over here. I'm going to paste it. And this is stepping down in the correct direction. Actually, I'm going to copy, put another one over here. I can use it for the other door. I'm going to drag this over to where this line goes and I say, hey, for those pouring this foundation, look, there's a 3.5-inch step down from the porch. Make the number whatever you want. Maybe it's 1.5. Just don't make it a weird number for your poor concrete guy. Now we're going to grab this, put it over by the back door. And this is a deck. We got this one over by the back door. Put it here and say, hey, foundation stepping down. Now this is a deck. It's not concrete, whatever. But hey, the step is there. Next item, floor finish transitions. There are none because this whole house is tile. But if there was carpet or something, you would go over here to these labels. You would grab 2 of them and then you'd go over to your door and you would say, hey, here's my door. On this side of the door is this. On this side of the door is this. Maybe you draw like a line going across. L for line, by the way. That's how I did that. Not like that. You're marking the floor finish transitions. Special header heights or attic windows. I don't have any, but if you did, you would want to make sure you like, if there was an attic window on this side, I'd take text and put a note over here so everybody knows where to frame it. Attic access door. Okay, everybody wants an attic access door, and we're just going to throw it in the hallway. Let's move the text down. Grab this attic access door. We want the hinge on the right. We'll copy this one. We're going to paste it in here, put it at the edge of the hallway. Good to go. Attic access. Sloped floors and ceilings. Okay, the porches are going to slope. The deck's probably not going to slope, and there's no garage in here. That's not going to be a sloped floor. But there is one on the porch. We're going to go over here. We're going to find sloped floor. We're going to copy it, paste it here, click the line button, click line with arrow, snap to the center, drag down, boom. It says, look, hey, the floor is sloping down. Ceiling steps or trays. Okay, if you have trade ceilings, you're going to make these little ceiling markers show that, hey, it's a 12-foot tray or a 12-foot step or whatever, or it's a transition in the ceiling or whatever. In my case, everything's flat. I'm not concerned about it. People like to know about like where, hey, where's my AC possibly going to go? And this can change, but I just like to throw it in here so people are thinking about it. We don't really want it by a bedroom. We don't really want it by a living space. We don't want it in the front. Best place is going to be in here somewhere. Fire rated sheetrock label, that only applies for garages, and we're going to ignore that label, but it's over here. It says, hey, if you're in a garage, provide the yada, 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 yada. Beam and beam wrap labels. Okay. We're going to say, hey, drop beams as required for the porch, and you're going to wrap them with fiber cement veneer or whatever the heck you want to change the text to. I don't care, but this is just a note that says, hey, this is what we're intending to finish the porch out with. Appliance labels. Okay, so we're going to go to the kitchen. We got to label stuff in the kitchen. We're going to go down here. We have an oven, sink, a dishwasher, and a fridge. Grab the right object, copy them over, paste them here, over here. Fridge label is going to go on the fridge. Turn text to always read the same direction as the title block. This is the title block over here. We're reading from the right. That's the way it would look. Do that always. Oven, right here. Sink with disposal, right there. Dishwasher, right there. Easy enough. Pony wall label. We didn't throw it in here, but for sample purposes, we'll go ahead and do this. We're going to change this to being 1 foot 3.5 inches. And we're going to take the half wall right here, and we are going to actually snap and draw a half wall underneath this thing. These cabinets are going to be backed up against a pony wall. If there was one, it's probably 34.5 inches, the height of your cabinets. So we're going to find that label right here, copy it, paste it right here, boom, done. All right, now we got to label the washer and the dryer. We'll go ahead and just copy these two, go over here to the dryer, paste them, and we're just going to change the text, and then we're going to call it stacked washer dryer, like that. You can change the labels, no harm in that. Throw it right there. Now everybody knows that's the stacked washer dryer. Interior dimensions and exterior dimensions, guys. Okay, exterior dimensions, simple. The first one is the full width. The second one are building chunks. And the third one or fourth one are wall locations and window locations. This one, right now, it's showing this building chunk. So what I need to do is, I'll show you guys how to do it on this side. I'm going to go point to point dimension from this all the way to the front. And if I miss, that's okay. I can fix it. I'm going to drag this out. It looks like I hit the corner here properly. I did not hit this corner properly. Look at that. I'm going to fix my post. It's not in the wrong spot. I need my post to be exactly in the corner. And I'll move my dimension by clicking on the dimension part, dragging this gray thing over. And look, 39 feet is the whole width. I've got this building chunk now, but I need the porch depth. A point to point dimension from the porch to the wall. Look at that, 6 feet. I grab the 6 feet, drag it to here. There you go. On this side, I need the deck depth. Point to point dimension to the wall, 8 feet. Grab the 8 feet, drag it to here, done. I've got full width, I've got building sections, and then I've got this interior wall location. There are no windows, so there doesn't need to be any more dimensions on that side. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around the building now. There is a little bit of nuance with dimensions. Just try to put them in a place where it's clean and useful for people. I'm going to go ahead and clean up these posts too. One of the things you should do is you should dimension these posts and tell your framers, hey, this is where I intended to put these. We'll do a point-to-point dimension right to the center. And I don't like the 16th that showed up, so I'm going to move the posts around a little bit. We'll make this one 9 feet. We'll make this one 9'6". We'll make this one 10 foot 10. Beautiful. Now they're nice numbers. All right, I've cleaned up these dimensions. I'm going to throw on final ones here for the deck, and I think we're good to go here. The exterior dimensions look nice now. Now we got to do the interior dimensions. Now the whole point of the interior dimensions is to tell the framers where to put these walls because they're not defined right now from the outside of the house. We have to add extras. Starting over here, I know where this wall is because it's dimensioned from the outside. I know this wall, I know this wall. I don't know the depth of this closet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook the outside plate, go to the inside of this wall, and then hook from there, go to the inside of this wall. And then I'm going to move the dimension to a place where it's a little more clean. We always want to go from the house outside to the in. I will throw an interior hallway dimension on this just so they can double check, but that's pretty much what they need. We're going to hook the outside of framing, go to the inside of the closet, and that's a weird wall. We're going to call that 7 feet instead. We'll drag our dimension out. There we go. And on this side, we don't know how deep this goes into the house. So let's get that dimension, point to point. We're going to hook from the outside, go to the inside. Again, weird dimension. I'm going to click on the wall and move it. Looks like 6'11" is where it wants to be. Now it's a nice number. Point to point dimension. Start again in the same place. Go to the inside. And now I'm going to put this dimension so it's easy to read. Right there. Same with this one. We know the depth of these closets. We're good to go. Let's grab the depth of these walls, outside of framing to inside, outside to inside, just so they know they've got it. Now, they know where this closet wall is, but they don't know where this one is or this one. We're going to go left to right inside this space. And they're weird numbers. We're going to go ahead and make them nice numbers. 3'8". Again, we'll change this one to 3'7". Beautiful. Move that up. Leave that alone. That's a legible spot. Now all of these walls are actually defined, and the doors are defined because they're centered, and this one's on the edge of the wall. It doesn't need a dimension. These doors are dimensioned from the outside. The only thing that needs a dimension now is this kitchen space. We need to know how deep this wall goes into the house, so let's throw a dimension on that. That's good enough for them to work with. Now we'll go point to point off of the framing to our cabinets. All right, now we're going to define the island, and because there's a wall here, we're just going to define the wall. We're going to go framing to framing, and then we'll go framing here, and extend this over to the framing from the outside. And then these are weird dimensions. We'll go ahead and grab this whole thing and adjust to 8'10" and adjust this to 6'8". Now they're nice numbers. Now they need to know how long this wall is going to be. I'm showing 4'11", but again, these kinds of walls are usually very carefully paid attention to when we're doing cabinetry for the kitchen. This plan is not necessarily going to be the use of information for that. There we go. The structure is defined. Dimensions are done. We're going to take our hose bibs now. Dimensions are done. Let's throw on a hose bib or two. Over here, there's a hose bib button. Let's see. They're going to water their garden maybe on this side of the house, maybe on this side of the house, and let's give them one for the backyard space over here in this corner. Beautiful. There's hose bibs. Done. All right, that's the floor plan. Go check your sheet set. This is a live updating thing, and everything that you just did in the model is already here, and this is now done. Let's move on to the next one.